I welcome you all. Today, I have been asked to discuss with you during pandemic or after this pandemic, what kind of business challenges and business opportunity we will have. So, just think about business opportunity. Generally, what's going on? We are sitting at home. You are sitting at home. The thing has changed. Now, instead of off mode, we have been into a on mode. So online things has emerged in past few years, and it took Israel. Israel is a country which is emerging like India, and it took Israel 10 years to introduce online program. People were not interested, and there was a lot of rigidness. Same thing in other country, but thanks to this kind of pandemic, because always when you see a problem, it may have two side of a coin. One benefit, another would be a challenges or issue or problems. So this pandemic has given us some kind of opportunity that we all have somewhere used this online system, not only in education but in business activities, in marketing, in finance. So I can see on the next slide over here. I hope it's visible to all of you. So my question to all of you: what is important for all of us during this pandemic? Is it that we would be needed good infrastructure? That's very obvious that always there has been a demand of good infrastructure, good roads, good electricity, running water. So these are basic things, basic amenities which would be required. But more than that, what we need are educated mind. Amartya Sen, a laureate, he has mentioned in his statement that if you have a two country, in one country, in both the countries, they have similar kind of resources, similar kind of culture, similar kind of people, but in one country all are educated, in another country all are illiterate. So if some calamity occurred like pandemic right now we have, so which country will suffer the most? So let me see. Country A, where we have all educated people. Country B, where we have all illiterate. So how do you see it? Which country you feel would be able to survive? Let me see your response. You can put A or B in your chat box, and that will really help me to understand that you all are with me. Everybody, open your chat box. If you feel that country A would be able to survive, then it's okay, because all are educated. In country B, where all are illiterate, which country you feel would be able to survive? So put your remarks in your chat box, everybody. Country A or country B? I can see more than 40 participants right now. Yeah, you write either A or B. Very good. Prashant has mentioned one reply. Very good. Pallavi, Manya, yeah. Priya Sharma, great. Mudita, Sneha, Nishant, Tanisha, very good. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us. So it's very obvious a country where people are literate, where people are educated, because once you get education, what happens? You know the option, you know how to survive. So right now, because of education mind, because of educated mind, we all are able to survive. And as per the research, generally student comes to school for education, but you wouldn't believe somewhere we are not able to impart what we wanted to. And I'm talking about learning. Millions of students, they come to school for learning, but basically we are not able to impart that learning. So where is the issue? Where is the problem? Is there any issue with our education system? Can we go next slide, please? Okay, so we all are facing this problem. Can we go? Yeah. So it's a like pandemic right now we have. It's a please go back. Okay, thank you. So like we have pandemic right now, COVID-19. Similarly, we have another kind of issue or a challenge, which is basically a global learning crisis. Millions of students, they come to schools, but actually they are not able to learn. This is very unfortunate. So it's not only educational crisis, believe me, it's not COVID-19 crisis, it's a learning crisis. And here you can see, uh, if you think of your own institution as a student or B school, or you think of any, for example, Delhi University Faculty of Management Studies, IMs, we have 20 IMs. See, if you go to these institutions, their main motto was that they should create such kind of skills, they should inculcate such kind of skills among students so that they can start their own ventures. They can become an entrepreneur or they can start their own startup. But if you see their mindset, their parents' mindset, they don't want to enter into this field. They all want to remain job seekers instead of job providers. But because of COVID-19, things has changed. Believe me, trust me. I have seen in last 2 or 3 years, a lot of students, because they were at home, so they had a lot of ideas in their mind and they started a lot of ventures. I can tell you from, and that is a kind of business opportunity. And these business opportunities, startup opportunities, entrepreneurship opportunities, these opportunities do not come because of idea. Believe me, it's not coming because of idea. What we need to see, is there any pain in your life, in your social life, right, or the environment or in the society? If you see any pain, any cause, any issue, that issue, causes or problem become a business opportunity for you. Before I go further, because we have been talking about education system and then slowly we will move to, I'm just trying to link that what kind of education environment, learning environment we have right now. And there is a transition because of this COVID-19, that people now they are moving from, you know, a traditional way of looking for career or livelihood. That was, we all were looking for placement, we all were looking for some kind of jobs. But now things has changed, people are looking for something else. And that is possible when you don't run after cash. How many of you love instead of like cash, cash? Let me see your response. Say yes, put in your chat box why, if you like or love cash. Please write everybody. Or if you don't, or maybe we'll discuss that can we buy everything with the cash. So how many of you really love cash? You want to have more and more cash? Or you feel that it's okay, more than a cash, I feel something else is required. So put in your chat box everybody, if you love cash, cash and cash. Please write why in your chat box if you love cash, cash. Because ultimately, what is the use of education, what is the use of learning, what is the use of all education? Main motto is that we'll have livelihood in career, we would be earning lot of money. That has been the main motto. So let me see, do you have the similar kind of motto, or you find yourself different from others? So yeah, put in your chat box everybody. If it is cash, cash and cash, cash, write Y in your chat box. Yeah. Okay, I got one reply from Prashant. I want to acquire skills instead of cash. Great. And that skills would be possible, especially during COVID-19. Now you have a lot of opportunities. So beside Prashant, who else is there who think that you cannot buy everything with the cash, but if you have skills, cash will automatically follow to you. Yeah, let me see. Everybody needs to reply. It will really motivate me that you all are with me right now. Yeah, everybody, please reply. I can see your chat box. Go fast, everybody. If you love cash, cash, and cash, cash, then write Y. Otherwise, write N in your chat box. That will represent no. Yeah, go ahead, everybody. Okay, so Sneha has mentioned, okay, Pallavi acquires something different. Great. Great, nice students we have. Thank you. Congratulations, the teachers, organizer. I can see a lot of students, they say cash is not important for them. So let us see what is important for all of us. Can we go to next slide, please? Okay. So here you see, we can flip this CASH with KASH. So KASH means if you really inculcate skills among students, then definitely cash will follow. Otherwise, we will all running to catch cash. So you just think about it that cash should run after you or you should run after the cash. And that is possible with the help of, instead of going for CASH, with the help of skills. Because if you don't learn, you cannot have skills. You may be educated person, but if you don't have creativity, if you don't have argument skills, if you don't have skills which really criticize something, or maybe a critical skills, I must say, rather than criticizing someone, or decision making skills. Because in B schools, what we would be looking for, we would be looking for that you take decision, but you need to defend and justify your decision, and that skills comes when you involve yourself in KASH method. So what is this KASH method? Anyone guess? Students, can you guess what is this KASH? In IIM's student in first year, they learn this KASH, but you would be wondering to know that in 12th grade books, NCERT books, they have given the concept of KASH. Okay, so anyone who knows KASH, please put in your chat box. You can reflect on, and then further we can move on. So KASH, knowledge, K for knowledge. I hope you all know knowledge, that we are here to gain knowledge. That is perfectly all right. And things has changed. You can see now you don't need to come to classroom. You can access to knowledge online, and now there is no limit as such. Like Amazon, you can see thousand millions of product. Similarly, if you want to learn any subject, anything, now knowledge you can access from any source and at very reasonable price. So 1K, this K means knowledge, A means attitude, S means skills, and H means habit. So once you got these skills, and that skills is possible, when you go for creativity, when you go for argument, when you go for decision making, and believe me, these are very real skills. You will find someone in your family, you will find someone in your peer group or friends group, that someone is very good in defending his or her decision. So whenever you have any issue, whenever you have any concern, you approach this person and discuss with him or her, and then they give you reasoning why this is so. So I request you all, because you all are in B school, what you need to do, it's absolutely fine that our objective should be CASH, but beside that we should learn this KASH. And IIMS in India, they have a collaboration with Harvard. What they do, they have implemented this KASH, and it's not me, Professor Dutch from Harvard Business School, he has mentioned in his lecture, because during COVID-19 someone visited his office and had taken his interview. During interview, he asked Professor Dutch from Harvard Business School, sir, how do you see, do you think that your students would be able to take this kind of challenges or this kind of issue or problem which is arising because of pandemic? So he told that the person who was taking interview, that it's a pandemic, no problem, but our students, we have inculcated such skills among student, no matter what issue, what problems, what pandemic comes, they would be able to take the decisions. So the person who was taking interview, who asked the second question, how is it possible that your students have this kind of skills? So he said, we work on KSH, and that is knowledge, attitude, skills, and habits, and that is possible through case study. So when student come in first year, first semester, first day till the day last, they go through approximately 500 to 700 case study, and these real case study, classroom teaching case study, business case study help them to learn a lot. So dear student, this is one way through which you can learn. Can we go to next slide, please? Okay, so teacher role, I'm not going to work on this. Go next, please. Next slide, please. Okay, so I was talking about our system because when Lord Macleay he visited India in 1835, he was member of Parliament in Britain, and when he was asked to come to India, visit India to see what kind of challenges, what kind of problem we have in India, and he visited north to south, east to west, each and every corner of India, and he went back and he had delivered this speech in a parliament in Britain that there is no issue, there is no problem, people are very happy in India, we cannot rule India. But he mentioned one very specific thing, that if we there if we put what you call modern education system, if we bring modern education system in India, that will help us to introduce or rule India. So what is this education system? Can we go to next, please? What is this new education system? Next slide, please. Here you can see, here we have to select and here you can read this: for a fair selection everybody has to take the same exam, please climb that tree. Now just think of fish is also there in a competition. Can you go to next slide, please? So what fish will think? So this is our education system, that everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. So Albert Einstein has given this statement on the basis of understanding the modern education system. Please go ahead, next slide. And in 1969, when I was a student, whenever there was an issue, so parents, they used to ask student or children, explain these bad grades. But now things has changed. Today we ask teacher, we request teacher, explain these bad grades. So now problem has shifted from student to teacher. Go ahead, next slide, please. Okay, so where is the real problem? Real problem is that if you think of our education system, it's all about memorization. It's not about skills, it's not about learning, it's not about intelligence. So what is the solution? Now listen carefully before I go further. What New York and Chicago, two states in US, what they did? Now listen carefully, everybody, and I would be needed your reflection. Let me see how you sense it. So there was a case study in US in two states. They experiment on teaching and learning, and what they did, listen carefully, everybody. A lot of students, lot of schools students, they struggle with the challenges of motivating kids, especially from poor background. So how to motivate them to come to school and study there and get good grades, because your performance would be judged on the basis of good grades. So what they did, they made an intervention and they requested students to read more and more and more books, and made an experiment that in these two places they use a marketing mechanism. What is marketing mechanism? Marketing mechanism says that you can buy everything with the help of money, right? So what they did, they introduced a concept of money to motivate student to read more and more books. So if a student is able to read one book, he would be paid $2, right? So this is a kind of motivation. So this was an experiment in these two states, Chicago and New York, that if a student he is able to complete one book, able to read one book, he would be given $2. And if student is able to secure grade A grade, then he would be paid $50. If he has secured B grade, he would be given $35. So suppose, because you all are future manager, you are potential manager, so what would be your reflection, what would be your perception? How many of you think that it's a good incentive for students to make them learn? So let me see that how many of you. You can put your remarks in chat box, or you can unmute your mic and on your camera, and then you can reflect on. So how do you see this particular method of motivating student instead of going for memorization, inculcate skills, make them learn, and finally prove them that they are intelligent students? So these two states they have selected, and they have experimented on student, that if you complete one book, we will give you $2. If you secure A grade, we will give you $50. If you get B grade, we will give you $35. Yes. So will you be, how you will justify this market mechanism in learning and imparting skills to make student intelligent? So you can reflect on your idea, your sense, your reflection in your chat box, everybody, or you can unmute your mic. I would like to listen to you. How do you see this? Yeah, everybody.
Students, please, you can speak.
You can reply in your chat box. Believe me, it's not a lecture, it's a discussion. So I need your reflection on, how do you say this? Do you think that if we implement similar kind of marketing strategy, it's a marketing to motivate student, pay them some money, and they would be ready to read a book for $2 and would secure more marks to get $50? Yeah, is it good idea, or you feel no, because you cannot buy everything with the money or dollar. You cannot make a person intelligent just motivating him or her with some monetary incentives. So let me see everybody, because it's about US. Maybe in future our government may introduce a similar kind of policy. So how do you see this? So Prashant, but sir, strategy will make student greedy. Okay, great. But here, greedy, it's fine. But greedy, this kind of need, or if you become greedy, what happens? It would be a kind of motivation that you will be reading a lot of books, and maybe in future that it it will help you to develop a habit of reading books, or habit of securing good grades. So, is there any issue, Prashant? You can unmute your mic and you can tell me, is there any issue if you start learning a lot, if you feel that, oh, I'm securing good grades and ultimately it makes me intelligent? Anyone else, please reflect on what we have been talking about. Otherwise, it would be a kind of limitation that I'm saying something and you people have joined us, but suddenly you have all disappeared. So I can see Prashant, Shubham Jain, Shlo Gupta. I request you all please reply so that we can feel that you all are with us. You can unmute your mic, everybody, or you can reflect in your chat box. Okay, alternatively, we can reward their parents in terms of prestige. That could be. See, there have been a lot of incentives, maybe in monetary, non-monetary, but they use in these terms. That's absolutely fine. But here, you are not, making parents learning. Here, you want students to learn. So in India, you might have noticed students they live in a lot of pressure, because their parents they put a lot of pressure on a student to, they need to secure good grades, so it's already there, right? Okay, so any other reflection? I can see a lot of student with right now with us, 38 students. Everybody, please let me see one or two more reply. It would be really great if you can unmute your mic, or otherwise, I let me find out the right person who should speak. Bhavna Chaudhary. Yeah, Bhavna. Oh, Bhavna, great. Bhavna has left. Thank you, Bhavna. Let me find out. Hey, Hema Kavita, Himanshu Arya, Ayush Sharma, Ishika Bansal, Ishika Bansal, Manya Chawla. Okay, great. So let me continue. I believe they all have disappeared. They have joined us, but unfortunately, they all have disappeared. So, okay, let me continue. Can we go to next slide, please? Okay, so we have been talking about education system because now there is a kind of transformation in our education system, because of which we have been talking about skills, we have been talking about learning, and ultimately there is a shift, there is a transformation from job seekers to job providers. So here you can see these remarks: learning gives creativity, creativity leads to thinking, thinking leads to knowledge, and knowledge makes you great. Can we go to next slide, please? Okay, so I hope this also, some of the brightest mind in the country can be found on the last benches of the classroom. So I have given these two statements by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam because in past 2 years, especially during COVID, what has happened? A lot of students, they have started their own venture. That could be a business opportunity. Business opportunity maybe in terms of one. Let me tell you few example of business opportunity which has occurred now, or which our student, they have used these opportunities. The first opportunity was one girl who was thinking about social media marketing, because if you want to give advertisement on a social media marketing, because everybody is talking about social media marketing and they want to create something on social media marketing so that they can earn money. So social media marketing has become a one option for all of us to come with some good creative idea, learn some skills online, and then start your own venture. So this is a very, very unique kind of new opportunity for all of us. So one girl whose name is Akriti Gupta from our institution, she saw one issue with this social media marketing. Suppose you comes to Google or you comes to YouTube and you want to give your advertisement. And when you give your advertisement, the cost would be very, very high. Whenever you want to put some advertisement on Google, maybe a organic or sponsored, or maybe in any search engine, the cost is very high. So small entrepreneurs, small businessmen, they cannot afford this kind of marketing on social media. So what she did, she knows that if you think of your own market, if you think of your own area, the small shopkeepers, they don't want to put everything on all social media marketing, because all social media marketing, they target their product to the whole world. So they don't want to market their product to the whole world. Instead, they want that their product, their goods and services, they want it to target to the local market. So for local market, you can create your own kind of, uh, social media platform. So what she did, she started a concept of Edivote. What is this Edivote? Edivote is a company, very, very small company. Instead of going to YouTube or big organization like Google or other platform, social media platform, you approach to Eddiewood and tell them that, okay, I want to market this particular brand. This is my local brand. How you can market it? So what they will do, they will market these products on your behalf in the local market, because your product would be required in local market. So this Eddiewood, they charge 90% less than the social media market charges. 90%, 90% less. So local people, those who are thinking about market their products on social media, they now shifted to Eddiewood, and Eddiewood charge just 10% of the total cost, which would be charged by the social media marketing platforms. This is one kind of opportunity Eddiewood has created. So this kind of small venture. Now another example. Do another girl, Gitika, what she did, she wanted to learn some how to design a website. And you wouldn't believe, she started her venture 6 months back, and right now 200 clients she got. She has right now 200 clients. And what she did, if you approach a professional company for making a website, they charge 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 rupees. She said that I'm not a big brand, I'm not a big company, but if you think of a small entrepreneur or a businessman or a shopkeeper, they cannot afford 40, 50,000, 60,000 to run a website. So provide them a very, very specific as per their need a website, right? And if you charge less, right? So you may have, and you have a team of 2 or 3 person, not more than that. What could be very good in marketing, second could be very good in what you call legal terms, and third could be very good in software or designing that particular platform. So they are 3 friends, they join hand together, and now, right now, within 6 months, they have more than 200 clients. Can you think like that? So this is another venture, this is another opportunity which you can grab, that just think about it. And I asked her, where did you learn this skills? She said, online, sir. You pay 500 rupees, 600 rupees, and there is a platform called Udemy, and they have a lot of this kind of skill development program. So you don't need to go to a school and pay 40,000, 50,000 rupees how to learn how to make website. So now you don't need to go to physically to different places and pay a lot of amount. Online things are there which cost you 400 rupees, 500 rupees. You learn your own and then start your own venture. So because of this pandemic, these kind of business opportunity has occurred. Can we go to next slide, please? Okay. And what and lot of student, those who are not able to secure good grades, because I am connecting my lecture today with our education system, and those student, those who feel that we are not able to get admission in north campus of Delhi University, and our marks, we are not good in what you call study, but you could be very good in other activity. So there has been a lot of institute where they feel that if you are not able to secure good grade, it's perfectly all right. So we have 3 institution, I hope these institution, Harvard, Stanford, and MIT. So these institution, they started a course called Failing Well. I hope you remember the movie called Three Idiot, and they had used this phrase, all is well. But these 3 institutions, they started a concept, Failing Well. So they say those who are not able to secure good grades, those who left college, dropouts, not able to do good in securing good grades, they are eligible to get admission in this institution. Or those who failed. So first criteria to select these students, those who failed, they are supposed to get admission, because they say that if you secure a good grades, you are very focused, you forget about other things, you're not concerned about other things. So more than securing a good grades, you have a lot of things to do, right? So that is the minimum eligibility. So these kind of big institutions, they are saying that you don't think that your intelligent or learning would reflect in terms of grades or good marks. Good marks is something else, but your intelligent and learning is something else. So can we go to next slide, please? Okay. So during this, to another venture which we have started in our institution is you could call it another business opportunity. I'm talking about furnitureonrent.com. Nirav Jain in from our institution, he was living in Gurgaon 3 months, 3 year back, and he saw a very good opportunity that places like Noida, Gurgaon, Hyderabad, Bangalore, these cities are emerging city where people come for jobs, especially people like you, those who are going about to complete your master. What you do, you comes to this city for jobs, and what you do, you take house on rent. But generally it has seen that you stay there for 6 months, maximum 1 year, and then you switch over to other company in some other state. Now when you live there, it's absolutely okay because you take house on rent, you pay rent. What about furniture? Actually you buy furniture. So he saw this a big pain among youngsters, and what he did, he decided to launch a particular organization. What organization has done, instead of selling furniture, they provide you furniture on rent. So these are emerging area, these are emerging business opportunity. You need to see what kind of social changes are occurring in our society, right? What kind of needs are there? Yesterday I saw on a Facebook that one organization, they says that if your children wants to study in UK or US or Canada, especially in schools, so you're not supposed to come physically over there. What we are going to do, we are bringing these schools to your home, and that is possible through online. So I was very curious to know how we can have my children can have a learning from UK, US, or these different you know what you call universities or schools. So these now your business, you can target your business. There is no physical boundaries. There is no physical boundaries. You can sell your business, you can sell your product, goods and services to anyone on this earth. Now think about this organization. They are from Britain, and now they have a collaboration with different institution in US and Canada and from Britain, and they are targeting their products to Indian students, right? So you can see there is no physical boundaries. Just think about business opportunities where you feel that, oh, these are something which really people would be needed. People like this kind of activities, they want to indulge themselves into this kind of opportunity, this kind of things, and then try to create some kind of a business organization. I'm talking about here the Nati Nino, one of my student. So these are emerging things, these are the emerging things, especially with the help of the software, online websites, online or social media platforms. So Nati Nino is not an online platform, it's basically a salon started by another guy whose name is Nipun Jain. So he started this venture long time back, and now he has 7 or 8 branches in Delhi. So it's not now not only a salon, but they have been entering into uh, what do you call events management for kids. So there have been no dearth of opportunities, no dearth of ideas, but these ideas must come from some kind of social pain, personal pain. For example, just think of a personal pain, a boy who was living in Hyderabad and he wanted to go every time during vacation to his hometown. But during vacation, what happens? Either it's a celebration of Deepavali or a Holi or some festival. So whenever you see during this festival, what happens? Everybody is ready to go to his hometown. Now the issue is that you cannot get, buses. Buses are full, and private buses operator, what they do? They, whenever they see a lot of people are commuting, they, raise the price. So he saw this issue that during odd time, uh, buses are empty, but during a particular time buses are full and they are charging premium. So, but nobody is able to understand how many seats are vacant, what would be the price. Nothing was there. No schedule, no timetable of buses, nothing was there at all. So he started a concept called redbus.com. Now you want to go any city, what do you need to do? You need to put time, you need to put places of city, and it will give you that these kind of buses are available, these kind of seats are available, this kind of price range are available. Right. So these are emerging business opportunities. Can we go to next slide, please? Okay. So now things has changed. You just think of marketing, because whenever you think of new business opportunities, our concern which remain there is marketing. So marketing is what, as Philip Kotler has mentioned, it's finding out needs, wants, and demand. But what I feel, marketing is telling people why you have what they need and listening to what they care about. So this is something which we must understand, because Pepsi, when Coca-Cola was number one and Pepsi was like a very tiny company, very small company, they understood the need of people, and at that time they were very small and they were not able to compete with Coca-Cola. So what they did, they made a survey and they found that people, they like the taste of Pepsi. But when you are small, people don't believe you, people don't trust you. So you need to, make some kind of efforts, you need to do something. And it's not always necessary that you will be investing a lot of money in advertising. What you need to do, you need to find out some solution, you need to find out some kind of substitute which really help you and promote that concept. Then definitely you will see a lot of people, uh, they will come from your competitor to you and will buy your product. So it was a beautiful story, but we don't have much time, otherwise I would have explained you how Pepsi took it as a challenge. It was a very small company, Pepsi, but within few days they made us such kind of, image. They made such kind of what you call, without any investment in advertisement. They made a such kind of image in the mind of people. That was the perception. They created such kind of perception among people, which really motivated them to switch over from Coca-Cola to Pepsi. Right, can we go to next slide, please? Okay, leave this, go ahead. Go ahead, go ahead. Okay, go ahead, next. So go ahead, next slide, please. Next, 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 next. Okay, fine. Go back. Ninja cart. Another business opportunity. So because today we are talking about business opportunities, so I'm just skipping other things, and we have just very limited time. I can see just 5 more minutes we have to go. So this is another business opportunity. Just think about it, because I'm talking about social pain. I'm talking about your own pain. And if you recognize that pain, then you can come out with some business solution, business opportunity. So ninjacar.com, how did I know about this company? There was a very small write-up in Business Standard 1.5 year back, and the write-up was that Walmart has invested in Ninja Cart. So I I was curious to know that what is this Ninja Cart? Who is that Ninja Cart? So I check on internet, and then I came to know that one guy who was from IIT Kanpur, he came back to his town in Bangalore, and he had completed his bachelor degree, and he was looking for some job. So there is always a, gap when you complete your degree and you are looking for some job. You are free now. What do? Your parents put a lot of pressure to do something. So his mother asked him to go to market and bring some fresh fruits and vegetables. So he, he, he visited a local market and brought some fruits and vegetable. The he saw that cost is very high and fruits and vegetables are not so fresh. So his mother complained that you don't know how to buy these fruits, vegetables. So he was curious to know that why they are not able to get good quality of fresh fruits and vegetables, and whatever vegetable they are getting, these are not fresh, and they had to pay a good amount for that. So he made a survey. Where did he make survey? He visited Mandi, Sabji Mandi. In Delhi, we have a Sabji Mandi called Ajadpur Sabji Mandi. In your local area also, you will have Sabji Mandi, but I'm talking about big Sabji Mandi, not a local or small Sabji Mandi. Go to big Sabji Mandi, and there you will see the business take place during night time, because trucks they are allowed to enter into city during night time. So their business start from 10 o'clock to early 5 o'clock or something like that. So what he did, he wanted to understand the technical know-how and the way they do business. So he saw that these people, they bring produce from farmers, they bring here in Mandi, and the local small shopkeeper, they comes, retailer comes to Sabji Mandi and take all these produce, all fruits and vegetables. But here, when you comes to farmer to take this produce, and finally when it reach to end consumer, the consumer from retailer, it takes 24 hours. So he saw within 24 hours, you can see the fruits and vegetable it not remain fresh. So what he did, he understood this. So every night he used to come to that Sabji Mandi to understand the technical know-how of the business. And finally, he started a venture called ninjacart.com. What they do now, they do their business during night. At 8 p.m., they take all produce from the farmers, bring all that at one collection center, right? And from collection center, they distribute before 5 a.m. during night to the retailer. So 7 a.m. onwards, whenever the people, the consumers, they come to the shopkeeper, to the retailer, they see fresh fruits and vegetable. And you will not mind if you get a fruits vegetable, you will not mind to pay premium for that goods or the produce. So this was something this boy has created, and can you believe who invested money? Walmart. So there may be opportunities in what you call social media marketing. There may be opportunities in logistics. Logistics is very difficult, where you are going to create a solution in terms of warehouse, transportation, and if you have something in your mind, right, if you are into some business, if you're planning for some business, go for this logistics. And it's very difficult to enter into this business, but once you enter, then Walmart will come with folded hand that we want to invest in your business, right? So I have a lot of lot of things in my mind I wanted to discuss, but I can see in students they are not interested as such to discuss. So it's absolutely fine, otherwise I could continue for next 1.5 hour, but it's already 11:55, 59 now. So can we go to next slide? I can feel that there would be a last slide next. Can you check? Oh, go ahead next. Okay, so we have two more I wanted to discuss, Antim Sanskar and Havan Samagri. These are two websites you can check, and they came because of some pain in life, in social life. So community, social life, personal life pain, society pain. So whenever you see this kind of pain, convert them into a business opportunity. And now you have social media, now you have software, now you have people, those who can buy online. So money, you are not supposed to go to bank comes to you, big organization come to you, and the education, learning and skills come to your doorstep. So where is the problem? So problem is there in your mindset that we are spending a lot of money, but it's my father money, it's my parents money, it's not my money. So why should I bother about it? So I pay, who pay for you? Your parents. So it's absolutely fine if I skip the class, I join class online, but at the time of attendance I will again appear. In the meantime, for next 1 hour I will disappear because I'm not interested in this class. Why you're not interested? Because it's not who are paying, it's your parents who are paying on your behalf. right? But trust me, if you come to class, definitely we need to inculcate such kind of skills. You will be learning such kind of skills where in future you're not supposed to run after CASH. If you go and attend classes, it would be a kind of KSH, and in future, cash will run after you. So thank you very much, students and the organizer, for giving me this nice opportunity. And in future, I believe we will have a lot of things to discuss. I'm sorry we had very limited time. I couldn't explain you. I couldn't discuss other example. I had 6 or 7 other examples, like the schools in New York and Chicago. I had a lot of issue, lot of social issue. For example, smoking, and one Czech Republic. What they did, they want to understand that we stop smoking, because when you allow smoking, the company sells cigarette, the government, Czech Republic government, they get revenue out of it, and that is in the form of tax, right? So there was a protest that we should stop this smoking in Czech Republic, but they made a cost benefit analysis. In the cost benefit analysis, they saw that because of smoking, a lot of people die at early age. So it's good that people are dying. If people dying, what happens? You don't need to think about their old age, you know, what you call medical facilities, medical care. So you are going to save that money. You save their pension, right? And you save their salary also. So on the basis of this case study, they say let us continue with smoking. So this is what you need to figure out, that whatever decision you take. Why I'm giving this example, because you would be the potential manager, you would be the potential entrepreneur. Whatever decision you take, you should have, you need to justify that, and for that you need to build on argument. And argument comes when you attend these kind of classes, discuss something with your teacher, and ask your teacher why this is so. This is my opinion, right? You may have this opinion, but I feel this is my opinion. Let us discuss it further, and ultimately it leads to skills. And I don't know why these skills are missing from our classrooms. So I urge all of you, please participate, interact in the classroom, discuss with your teacher, learn these argument or defending skills, and definitely it will help in your future. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us today. Uh, I learned from you a lot of things today. And if you have any question, you are most welcome. You can put your questions in your chat box, or you can unmute your mic. Thank you.
Students, you are free to ask any question from the sir. Any questions from our audience?